I made a sale on eBay. Everything seemed normal. I'm gonna stammer over my words because it's a little unbelievable what occurred, and this is like such a big error on my part. Anyways, here we go, friends. I actually have notes to run you through exactly what happened on my laptop while I process some inventory. So as you all know, I have really been dabbling into selling more luxury high-end items, right? So I sold a Chloe purse for $800, my friends. I was very excited. I got this from my local consignment shop. I got it for $75, plus I had to pay $25 to get it authenticated. So all in, I'm in $100, right? It's authentic, it's in really good condition, no peeling, no crusty, dusty, nothing, you guys, like really good condition, right? And so I'm super excited. I photographed it, I listed it. I told you guys that in 2024, 2025, I really want to start to sell more like mid-range to higher end items myself. I already sell a lot of it through consignment on ThreadUp and the Real, but I do want to dabble in selling a couple pieces myself. This purse sold within days, you guys. And I forgot to tell you, this is a vintage purse. Usually with my designer higher end stuff, you guys, it doesn't sell this quickly. Especially purses. Sometimes they can sit for a year, maybe two, before they sell for a couple $100s. Sometimes they sit for 3 years, but I don't mind because I'm putting $100 into $800, right? This sold within 3 days. And I was like, oh no, this must be like a scam, a new buyer or something. I go look at their feedback. They have over 1,200 feedback. So they're not a new buyer or seller. I'm sorry, they're not a new person on eBay. They've actually sold a lot and they've bought a lot on eBay. So I was like, oh, this is amazing. Maybe it just found the right buyer. So they even messaged me, and I'm trying to be vague. I don't think this person would watch this video. I don't know. The YouTube channel is slowly growing. You guys know I call this my happy little corner of the internet, but I never would have thought that I would be dropping my kid off at preschool and I would meet someone that's like, I watch your videos. So I'm like a little cautious, like I never know who I'll run into. Hopefully I never run into this person, but basically because they're a scammer, basically, friends, they message me and they're like, I'm super excited if you could ship right away. And they paid immediately. I'm really looking forward to getting this bag. And I was like, this is great. This isn't a scam. The right purse just found the right buyer. The right buyer found their purse. And I'm going to make like $650, $700 profit. Boom, bang, in a couple days. This is amazing. I was super excited. I did priority shipping because it's a heavy bag. I'll put photos of it on the screen. It's a heavy bag and I wanted to make sure it was insured and it got to this person I ship it off. Great. I'm super excited. I get my payout. Lovely. Amazing, right? And then a couple days later, I think it was like exactly 3 days later, because of course, we all know as resellers, and when we have a sell that high, we're like checking the tracking, making sure it gets there okay. It says it was delivered. I'm like, awesome. Later the next day, I get a message from eBay saying that the buyer is saying that the item is not delivered. And I'm like, oh, excuse me, that's not right. Please hold. So I immediately check the tracking, you guys, and I'm like looking, I'm like, no, this says that it was delivered, right? So you know how in eBay when it says, can you confirm or provide tracking details, which I find so annoying because I buy all my shipping through the eBay platform. So I'm like, you can see the tracking number, but whatever. You know how you have to like upload the tracking number because it'll say like, they're saying it's not delivered. Can you confirm the tracking? So I put in the priority number tracking. I'm looking through my notes to remind me of this horrendous story. And it says delivered. And basically like within 24 hours, eBay was like, this is not enough. Even though it's saying it's delivered, the buyer is demanding a refund, and we have issued a refund and taken that money from your account. And I was like, absolutely not. I immediately got on chat with eBay. I have the best responses working with customer service through chat. Anybody else? I know a lot of my friends like to call eBay With Amazon, when I used to sell a lot on Amazon, I really did like to call them because they were so helpful. And especially when I was new to selling on Amazon, they would explain things in such great detail. It was really helpful. But like all the other platforms, I just chat with them. I don't even think you can call Poshmark, but specifically ThredUp and eBay, I have the best luck with sending them chats. So I get on the chat and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Why have you taken this $800 from my account? It says it was just delivered yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even correspond with the buyer because eBay had reached out to me. The buyer said nothing. After they said, thank you so much for like sending it, I'm super excited to get my bag, they said nothing. Everything was through eBay. And so this is what eBay told me, you guys, and I have saved this. It is saved on my desktop. It's saved as a note in my phone. And the reason this whole story time came back to me, this happened a couple of years ago, by the way, is because I was talking to some of my group members about how a time before this, I had sold, what was it? I think it was a pair of pants or something. And basically this happened because the person had like a vacation hold or something. So supposedly these expensive pants, I think it was like $200, came back to me, but I never received them back. And eBay basically was like, well, sorry, you should have put signature required on that. And I was like, what? So this purse situation happened before that, and I should have learned my lesson, but I figured something for $800 and $200. So here's what they told me, and I'm going to tell you what I do now. If an item sells for over $750, you must use signature confirmation, or buyers can claim it was never received, and most of the time eBay will side with the buyer. If a buyer pays over $750 as of the date I'm filming this and there's no signature confirmation, they can just buy something from you guys and say they didn't receive it. And if you don't require that they have a signature, eBay will probably give them their money back. And so what a lot of scammers do, this was a new scam to me back then, is that they'll watch for tracking updates and then file the claim immediately, so because they know that eBay will rule in their favor. So they won't do this if you put signature confirmation. This is why it's kind of like a risky scam for scammers, because if you put signature confirmation, this doesn't work. What they'll try to do if you do that, which they try to focus on newer sellers. I wasn't even a newer seller at this point, you guys. I've had my eBay account for 17 years. It was not new. I was new to selling higher end items. So I tell you this story time, one, because this happened a couple years ago, but as I'm ramping up selling luxury items again now, that was like one of the first luxury things I had ever sold on eBay. It is a reminder to me, as I told this story to my group members, I now do signature confirmation on anything over $100, you guys. Anything over 100, even though eBay put in writing that if it's over $750, they usually will give the buyer a refund. I've honestly found that if it's anything over like $100, you guys, so anything over $100, this is my personal rule, and this is what also the eBay customer service person recommended to me after that $200 sale. She was like, I know you think it's like $750, but she's like, honestly, anything over $100, you really should require signature confirmation, because if you don't do that and you don't have the extra insurance, most of the times we side with the buyer. And I appreciate her being very honest with me, because eBay is the company that most of the times the customer is always right. And most of the times, yeah, I guess. Not this time though, not when they're freaking scamming me. So lesson learned, and it reminded me to share that story with you, because I don't think I've ever shared that with you guys. I share it in my reselling group, which I link down below, but I don't think I've ever shared it with you guys. So honestly, it's kind of embarrassing to share that, but I always keep it real with you guys. I share the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between on this channel, and I share the bad so that you guys can learn from it and not make the same mistakes that I make. So that's also a reminder to me, because I'm not joking. I was literally looking through like notes in my phone, and I was like, oh my goodness, because I was literally about to list a Chloe wallet today, and I was going to list it for around like $550, and I was like, wait, and it was asking about shipping, and I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want extra insurance. And I was like, wait a minute, I need to be putting signature confirmation. And this whole bizarre scenario came back to me. So that's what happened, you guys. I never got my purse back, and I got $800. And it was a very, very expensive learning lesson that you don't have to go through, because I am sharing that with you. So please be careful. Please do signature confirmation. Do the extra insurance. My baseline is $100. Once we hit $100, I'm doing all of that. I'm paying the money because it's worth it to me. And because my cost of goods are so low, I know some of you are probably like, Nikki, $100 is not low. It's not low if you're used to going to the bins, obviously. But if you're used to selling more like luxury stuff, that's pretty good to pay $100 to get an $800 item. And comps were well above that, you guys. Comps for the same person, one person sold it for $1,000, someone else sold it for $1,200. I just wanted to move it really quickly because I was like, you know what, I paid $100. I was thinking it would sell within a year. So anyways, I learned this the hard way. Please don't make the same mistakes, you guys. So here's my notes and my takeaways. Always require signature confirmation for expensive items. Ensure your high value packages. Watch out for new accounts with like no feedback. This was shocking because this account had a ton of feedback. So I don't know if that was like if they were like bogus feedback. People will even do that too, you guys. They'll start these new accounts and they have like bots now that can leave you like this bogus feedback. It's such a mess. And really try to track, like if you can, track buyers' behaviors. Like I should have known when the person messaged me immediately something was up, because I'm going to tell you, I've been selling on eBay for 17 years. That very rarely has happened to me in all of 17 years. I don't know. If that happens to you guys, let me know. It happens more in Poshmark where people will be like, oh, I'm so excited. Can you ship this or whatever? Almost never on eBay. And the thing is, he or she wasn't even saying like, can you ship it? They were just like, oh, I'm so excited. I've been looking for this bag. I look forward to getting it or something. And I don't know. So learn from my mistakes, friends. I'm at the post office doing a drop off. This purse. I'm actually going to sell this purse. I thrifted this. It's Kate Spade. It's really cute. Kind of like a Chanel dupe or something with the chain link strap, leather. I just need to clean it up. I'm going to send this to ThredUp. I did pretty well selling Kate Spade on ThredUp. It's in really good condition. It just needs a wipe down. It's very annoying. I didn't realize I don't like purses with these types of straps. It falls off my arm very frequently. It annoys me. Cute bag though. I really like it. I just wish it would stay put. So I recently sourced a vintage pre-owned Gucci. I think it's like 25 years old. So I'm going to switch that to my everyday bag. I'll show you guys that bag if I can remember. But this one I'm going to clean up tonight and then throw in a ThredUp box. I thought I would share my really sad sales with you. Except this one. This is not sad. I did a live sale, you guys, a couple days ago. And man, live sales are such a roller coaster, you guys. Just in my previous video, by the way, I didn't realize that video would be so popular, the Poshmark band video. Thank you to all of you guys that commented, and like it's like my #1 most watched video this month. But I had just told you guys, oh, I had the best live sale I had in a couple months. I made a couple $100. I don't even know if I told you guys that. It was like a 2-hour live sale and I made a couple $100 net. It was really good. And then the next live sale after that, I sold 2 items. I was live for 45 minutes and I made, I think like $12 net, $12, you guys. So it's such a roller coaster, but this is the price you pay, honestly, when you quit live selling and you just disappear for months at a time. I realized that this year is all about like rebuilding my following, being consistent. So these 2, this is all I sold in 45 minutes. And I think after doing live sales for 3 years, very inconsistently, but consistently for a year, what I've learned is if the live sale is not going good, like really not good, after an hour, it's best to just call it quits. At least you showed up. I made 2 sales, and this one is a giveaway, you guys. So this is the only sale I made. This was a eyeshadow giveaway. So yeah, when it's really not going good and like you're not getting any traction after an hour, I've learned, because I used to just like stick it out and I would stay on for like 2 hours, and I'm learning just to conserve my energy, get off and try again, and then the next sale could be great. So it's just really a roller coaster, but at least I'm being consistent. Today is Tuesday and I've already had one live sale. I'm going to do another one on Poshmark and whatnot this week, so I will link those down below. So that's that. But then this is a listed item. This was from my Rent the Runway palette. This sold for $75. I just listed it 2 months ago and I paid $6 for it. I am learning Rent the Runway pieces are quickly becoming like some of my favorite palettes to buy. At the end of, you can hear the ambulance going by. At the end of 2024, I bought 2 pallets of Rent the Runway and all this stuff has been selling so well. 6 into 75 is amazing in less than 2 months. So that's it. Those are my sales from yesterday, you guys. No eBay. eBay has been sucking so hard for me, and I wanted to come on and film and tell you that because I feel like lately I've just been sharing a lot of reselling wins. Well, that's not true. I just did a video talking about some of the worst sales I had in 2024. But I always say I like to keep it real on this channel, you guys. My eBay has been really horrible and Poshmark has been amazing. So I'm just really grateful. I sell on multiple platforms because Poshmark has been carrying me through. And eBay, in the last 2 days, I have had 0 sales, which is, I don't think that's happened to me in a year or two, you guys, where 2 days in a row, I don't have a single sale. So we all know the reseller joke is once you complain about your sales, you know, your phone listens to you and it's like, all right, let me give you a sale. So come on, eBay. It's currently like 4 o'clock. I could use a sale. Thank you so much. I swear, the myth is true, you guys. If you talk about having no sales, sales will come through. I didn't have a sale on eBay, but this literally just sold right after I left the post office. This is a boutique piece. The brand is called Easel. I think I've told you guys this. I've really been enjoying selling like really good quality boutique pieces because a lot of these boutique brands have warehouses where I live. I can actually go, and this is what I do, you guys. I go to their warehouses. I feel the items. I try them on. I buy some for myself before I buy them in bulk because like this brand, you actually need, you need a reseller's license so that you can buy things wholesale. So I bought this in bulk. And this, you guys, I just bought these shackets like 3 months ago and I've already sold 5. I bought 5 just to start because I had some for myself. I tested it out for a couple months. I bought 5. They've all sold. So that's really awesome. I'm really happy with that. And I've been doing pretty well selling boutique pieces in live sales also. So I don't know. I really wish I would have integrated quality boutique pieces into my stores years ago, considering I've been in Los Angeles for 15 years, which is insane. You're sleepy. Look at you. You can't even keep your eyes open. This kid looks like a giant. 20 months old, looking like a full-on 3-year-old already. Donovan, are you sleepy? You want to take a nap? He fights his afternoon nap. I mean, it basically goes into the evening. He fights it so hard until he can't take it anymore.